Hello everybody, this is Zigzag coming to you from somewhere in this world, and we are going to give everybody a chance to join up as we look to continue our big old episode here. Hope anybody joining in is having a good day. It is midweek, so hopefully nobody had to work too hard today. Yeah, and here we go again. We are just sitting here awaiting. In fact, while we're waiting a few more minutes till the top of the hour, let's go take a look at a couple little fun things to mess around. One thing I did before I hit record is I gave Shadowheart a ranged weapon. We had one spare light crossbow, so she now has melee and ranged weapons, and yes, she is. If you click on her, it will show that yes, she is proficient, and it would give you a warning somehow in this description if she was not proficient with a particular weapon that you're trying to equip anyone with, as long as you have them selected. So we all have our weapons. We all have what, various armor classes. This is what we're working with. We did pick up a hat. Shall we kind of sport that and see how that makes us look? You know, why not? You know, it's a sunny day. We don't want to, you know, have get too much sun, right, and overdo it. Yeah, and this thing only weighs a pound or whatever the single weight limit is. If we're, I don't know what weight units we're using in this game, but we can carry this on our back and we'll really look like a traveling minstrel now. We'll fool everybody early on. Yeah, well, now I've just changed the painting look with the kind of a musician kind of a look now by putting the lute on my back and carrying it that way. So everybody has a slot for carrying a musical instrument of all things, so it's pretty bizarre. So anyway, we'll come back out here because we're going to get going. Yeah, you know, it does a better job of keeping the sun out of our eyes. I think that's appropriate considering we're in the hot sun on the beach, so we'll go ahead with that one. Technically, you know, the Shadowheart, she's wearing a hat. It just happens to be, you know, this, whatever you want to call this ringlet thing on her head. Crown, tiara, I don't know exactly what it is. Does it even tell us over here? Does it give it a name? A circlet. Okay, so she's carrying a she's wearing a circlet. There we go. I don't think it does anything. It's just for decoration. So if we find something better, we'll ditch the circlet. And same with mine. My hat does nothing, but we have it. All right, looks like it is top of the hour. Hey, Tom, welcome aboard. Good to see you. Well, yeah, we're just at the very beginning, so especially at the beginning, I pick up everything so we can start. Everything to me in the beginning is sellable, and we need to build our purse is what we need to do. So I guess we kind of covered this part of the beach before. We kind of came up this way from the crash zone, and I think we pretty much looted everything. If I press on the Alt button, it doesn't show anything, at least over in the distances that we missed, unless it's unless it's one we have to find with the cursor by moving it all around, and there's plenty of that on the map. But we're gonna start moving out this way, although I think we should lead with me.
Don't waste a step.
I am the leader of the group, so we'll have me lead on the way. That way, if I walk us into trouble, I'll be the first one to get hurt. Hey, Patrick, good to see you. We're just getting going here. And we decided to have some fun with some of our inventory items while we were waiting around for the stream to start. So that's why we got the funky hat, and we look like a traveling musician right now. But let's get back to the task at hand, and that is, let's loot some bodies. Yeah, nothing there. Did I see another one over here? Oh yeah, guess what? Sometimes that Alt button, you gotta remember just not to use it, because it's easy to walk by stuff. We got some balsam that we missed. Oh, it said I can't read it, so reach it. So I can see the marking for it, but it's not right where the marking was. And I think we did this one. Yeah, that's where we stopped on the initial go around. And if we come back here, yeah, we can see a little intellect devourer over here. So let's see, did I loot this thing already? Yeah. I think what we may do is let's just kind of sneak up in there, see if we can sneak up on them, and let's go a little bit stealth.
Better be cautious.
In fact, I kind of would like all of us to go stealth, so let's just do that. It'd be kind of silly for me to sneak forward and have Shadowheart just walking normal.
Don't waste a step.
And let's get a better look at these guys and see what we're walking into. And you can see there's another one over here. So when you're sneaking, these red areas, it's kind of their lines of sight. So it kind of helps you know if you're in a good spot to be sneaking. In fact, we're seeing the red zones. Okay, so it looks like at the moment I'm seeing 3 of them right here. So what I'm going to try doing... So Shadowheart's strongest weapon, when you look at the damage, is her crossbow right now. It can do... It does more damage than her mace that she's holding right now, believe it or not. And my Zigzag's strongest weapon is his warhammer over the crossbow. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do this as we try sneaking up on these guys, is I'm going to split our party, and I'm going to take Shadowheart up here, if I choose her.
There's work to do.
What?
Off I go.
See, she's getting into this whole stealth thing, so that's good. Let's get her some high ground to shoot her crossbow. And I imagine that'll be good enough. I hope.
Should have worn better.
And then what I'll probably do is just get ourselves, and no, I do not want to shoot like that, but we'll get ourselves snuck in a little bit closer.
Time to press ahead.
So I should be close enough to be able to, yeah, surprise this guy. Oh, let's surprise now before we get seen. All right. And it doesn't even look... It does not even look like we took this thing out. So this is my turn. It was a surprise, so essentially I got to move 2 turns in a row. He started out with 19 or thereabouts health, and he's now down to 5, and I now have a chance, with both actions, to clobber him again. The advantages of the sneak attack. In this game, in any game, to be quite honest. So let's see if we can terminate this one-mind intellect devourer. And leave us with 2. No, we didn't! He's... Oh! Well, we have a chance with our bonus action. Oh, this bonus action is no good. So this is where I think we're going to bring Shadowheart into the picture and see if we can crossbow this guy. 99% looks like we do. And that at least gets us down to 2 enemies. So let's bring you on board, Shadowheart. And there you go. And so now there's only 2 of them that we're facing. And what I'm going to do, let's see what our bonus action is here. Okay. I don't have... Well, having that as a bonus action is not a bad thing to keep us healthy. But I was hoping we might have had a different bonus action, but I haven't set it up that way. So we're just going to move you forward. We got 2 of these guys in the distance. He might be able to move close enough to give us an attack this time. We'll see if this guy's close enough or not. I guess we'll find out.
Still breathing, despite.
Oh my goodness. You know, I've had some amazingly high percentage misses before in this game. I guess that's why I enjoy it so much, because I feel right at home. I go, just like XCom, how about that? And then I don't think there's anything else I need to do unless I want to try moving closer. But why would I want to do that? Let's actually back off to maybe have a chance to be out of range. And just play it like that.
These boots have seen everything.
And then see if they're going to charge us, then we can close back in and maybe get lucky and have the first shot. We're going to play it that way. What you going to do? Okay, so they have a shooty shot too. So they use their who knew mind intellect devours. Well, at least they have crap aim apparently. And we are now close enough to come back in with our Warhammer and go to town. He's got 13 hit points. I think the max damage, unless I get some kind of a crit on my Warhammer when I was looking at it, I don't think if I hover, yeah, 4 to 11. So unless we get lucky with some kind of crit, which is not likely, he's still going to be standing. But we can play the tag team with the crossbow with Shadowheart again. Maybe that'll work as long as we hit on this 95%.
You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Okay, well, you know how it says 4 to 11. We got closer to the 4 end of it. You know, I always want to be hopeful and say we're going to do 11 damage, but you know, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. And I could perform right now. That might kill him right there if we did that. But no, I have no bonus action really that makes sense on these guys. So I'm just going to stay there. So in case he moves or tries to run away, I'm in range to pull a reaction on him. So let's get over to Shadowheart. No, I didn't want to get over to her that way. We aren't joined up, so I can't just switch over to her the normal way. What we want to do is, yeah, he's in range, and our crossbow does, well, I can't see when it's chosen, but let's see if we can hit it 95%. And we do, and we hit hard enough. In fact, we hit harder than I think I did with my Warhammer, and then there was one. So what we will do again is kind of maybe back off a little. So maybe if he's shooting at us and uses that range attack again.
Have to keep going.
High ground, we have high ground advantage. There is a high ground advantage in this game. And then I think I'll try moving you back too with a bonus action. I can actually probably jump farther than I can run on my bonus action to get away from this guy. And since their range attack seems so pathetic, let's make them use it again. I hope. And he missed. He went for the high ground, which I'm assuming was probably the harder of the shots. And he's barely, he helped us out. He barely moved into range for us, so we can do our big old Warhammer attack. And he's got 12 health. So he's, you see, he must have been, some of these guys that started out damaged must have been damaged from the Nautiloid crash, is what I'm guessing.
Your enemy.
And we almost killed him in one blow. We finally got a max hit compared to everything else. Let's see if Shadowheart can come along and finish him off. We'll bring her over to a nice, well, in fact, let's just see where this says we should go. See, that's only 40. Oh, that's because she has a 40% chance to hit me. That's more like it. Shadowheart, I'm not the enemy. All right, so that one.
Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Yeah, so that actually went very well. I've had these guys give me a tougher fight than this before, and so I'm quite happy. Let's toggle our group together again, and let's start checking to see if they have anything on their on their bodies. I don't think intellect devourers have much in the way of pockets. And where's the other one? Oh, back here. Oh, we checked him. We didn't check this one.
Something good here, I hope.
Oh yeah, we got something out of it. An intellect devourer cerebellum. So it's actually an ingredient for a potion we have the option to make farther down the road. In fact, I might as well just show you the screen. We have this screen, so as we're gathering stuff, like the myrgrass that we've been picking up along the way, I actually may have enough. Yeah, I have enough to make my first suspension of myrgrass. You need usually 3 of whatever to make the ingredients down here, and then these items at the top are the potions that you can then make with any, like this takes any suspension and a rogue's morsel, salt of rogue's morsel. So there's ways you can make extra potions instead of just buying them from merchants and finding them around. As long as you're gathering all the ingredients, you can start making your own potions. So it's kind of cool. Kind of a cool feature of the game. And so we're going to make our first extraction here. And there we go. And it's unlocked another potion for us, a potion of mind reading, suspension of myrgrass, and then any sublimate that we're able to make. So it's kind of a cool little involved game, which is why I'm always keeping my eyes open for stuff to pick up. Let's go here. We got an abducted nobleman here. Looks like he didn't make it out of his pod like us. But he's carrying lots of loot. Even some pale mint. So we get to have some nice culinary tastes in our camp meals when we do a long rest. So we'll take it all. In fact, we'll have to look at every time we pick up weapons, since our original weapons are less than impressive, we'll have to be checking the damage that they can provide us and see if we can find upgrades along the way.
What's in here?
Yeah, we found some basic poison, and you'll notice one of our choices, usually it's a bonus option, is you can dip your weapon into surfaces, and this is one of those things we could potentially dip our weapon into to make it a poison arrow or splash the tip of the warhammer with poison to add impacts and do fun little different things. So almost everything in this game is usable in some kind of a way if you're creative enough. And he's got a spiked bulb, so we'll take that. Not had a chance to use one. I think a spiked bulb is one of those things that is kind of like a grenade, so if anyone's standing close, it can damage friend or foe. That kind of thing. Nothing was up here. And then there was something over here I noticed. Yeah, we got a dead mind flayer here. Then we'll take a look down at, we'll go back out in the sun since we're sporting a hat that's just made for the sun. Oh, did I forget? Did I just walk away without taking it? Okay, we'll go back and take a look. I'm sometimes so good at chatting away. So what we also got a potion of speed, which is really, really good, except at the end of it after you use it. It's great for the extra actions it gives you for a period of time, but after it ends, you become lethargic. So you want to hope you can end the battle quickly by taking the potion of speed. And we got another offensive thing, a caustic bulb. For acid, another spiked bulb. So this time I will take those, and then we'll come back over here. It looks like it's in the chest here, huh? Or was it on the guy? Because it looks like I took it from the guy. Yep, there it is. Thank you for having good eyes and having my back. Y'all know me too well. When I get chatting,
Not over, then through.
I'm prone to miss stuff. Looks like we got another intellect devourer down here, so we'll head in this direction. And nothing. I don't think it's the most common thing in the world to find things on these guys. Oh good, we got another thieves tool. And do I have anything off in the distance? Yeah, we got some more myrgrass, and we found some belladonna, so let's go get that. Let's get the belladonna over here. Okay, and then we got something here. Oh, and you can see the symbol if you're not on a small mobile, but that's a lock symbol, so that means this is locked, and we can get our first chance to try our lock-picking skills to see if we can get this open. There's also possibilities on certain things that I could just crash bang it with my weapon to try and break it open, although I don't know. There may be a chance to damage what's in it that way, so, you know, I'll try the lockpick. We'll see if my skills are any good. Oh, look at this. This is an easy one to open. And so, with my dexterity, we have a +1. Let's see, let's just make this a sure thing. Unless, of course, we maybe roll a 1. Let's take guidance from Shadowheart. So that'll add a 1 to 4 plus. So we got at a minimum a +2. So already we can roll a 3 or above and be okay. Ah! Isn't this how we started our first roll last episode too? Is this not exactly what happened last time? Oh my goodness. Is the first roll of every episode going to be a 1? Is that the way this is going to work? So I got to remember, any battle we go into at the beginning of an episode, don't do it. Don't do it. Well, the good thing is the thieves' tools that we found was our second one. So by failing, we now only have 1 thieves' tools left. We broke the other set of thieves' tools. So we're gonna try again. I think our odds are pretty dang good that we can open this thing this time. Oh yeah. Piece of cake. See, it took me a little while to get the hang of these tools here. That's what it was. What do we get? Ah, we got a leather helmet. And what this does, it adds to our dexterity saving rolls. So anybody casting or anybody doing anything to us, it requires a dexterity roll to be able to avoid it. This adds +1 to that roll. And so, you know, even though I am loving my rufflesome blaggart hat, that's not what I would have guessed it would have been called. I think I'm going to change my change right now into something a little more useful. And so here it is. And there we go. And you know, we can toggle. The game gives you an option to show your helmet, to hide it during dialogues, or to just hide it in general. For now, we're going to wear it. If things become too weird, I want to see our weird garb and our weird looks, to be quite honest. Help remind me that we're wearing stuff. So we got a little extra defense on our dexterity rolls whenever that may happen. So, cool. And do we see anything else here? Looks like we've covered everything over here. Let's start heading up the hill. And as I am wont to do, let's kind of go out onto this jutting point here and take a look at where we are and see if we can see anything out here. Plus, I just happen to know this is out here too. I'll have this slight advantage, and we unlock some more recipes with the new stuff that we found. Got a little cove down there. I wonder... it doesn't really look like anything. So anyway, let's keep searching around. Could there be anything up here? Let's take a look. Doesn't look like it. And I don't know if you saw it. Yep. We found someone over here. Please come help me. So let's go. We're the helpful sort. Let's go do it.
Very well.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
He's been watching us. He knows we killed the others. And I'll go, yeah, easily. Well, it was easy for us this time. I don't have to say kill it yourself. They hurt us. We can go, yeah, easily. Stand back.
There. Can you see it?
Aha. So we failed a perception
Not a
check.
sound. Not if you want to keep that darling neck of yours. And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need him alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod?
So I can headbutt him, I can nod, I can shake my head. You know, this is an awkward position, and I'm not feeling good down here, following his orders. I'm going to see if I can headbutt him to get away from him, and then maybe we can have a more reasonable conversation. It's a +5 for me to be able to do this on my strength and melee weapon proficiency. Oh, using my head is a melee weapon proficiency? I like that if I'm going to headbutt him. Let's go see. Oh, we're going to have to be good to do this. And let's add our guidance. We need all the help we can on this. We are blessed with a +6. So we can roll at like an 8 to be comfortable. It may be less if we get a good roll on the bless. No! Fuck! Didn't we get 2 last time too? Is this going to become a thing? Oh my goodness!
You wriggling little... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Well, we could still try to muscle our way out of this, or we could just tell him what it is. Let's see. Slip away while he's distracted. That's a +1 roll. And use strength again. Well, it failed so marvelously last time. Let's just talk to him without trying any skills right at the moment, since our skills are not working all that well. It's a mind flayer. It connects us. He reacted to that. Look at that.
You're not one of them. They took you. Just the same as me. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
You know, apology accepted. I might have done the same thing were the roles reversed.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
You notice up here, Shadowheart approved of my comment about, yeah, I might have spilled yours if the roles were reversed. She seems to... she seems to approve of those kinds of things. So let's see. Well, we're Baldurian, apparently. Let's introduce ourselves that, hey, we're Baldurian too. We know the city.
Is that so? We clearly move in different circles. So,
Clearly.
do you know anything about these worms?
Yes. Unfortunately. We can give him the straight bad news. We can say, I just know we don't want them in our heads, and or you know just as much as I do. And if we say you know just as much as I do, maybe he'll... Well, he doesn't seem to know much about them. We're just going to tell him. We know. They're going to turn us into mind flayers.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Well, that's what we're hoping too. We're on the same page. Can you tell? Although you did use the words control it. And our position is we need to just get rid of it. So, or you could just travel with me. Our odds are better together. I think we should clarify, no, we don't want to just control it. We need to kind of get rid of these things.
Well, yes, of course. But first things first.
Okay. Well, why don't we travel together? The larger the group, the better our odds.
You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
I am a useful person to know. At least I like to think so. Oh, and so that's nice. We get to level up Asterion also now to match our levels. So that's kind of cool. Let's just do that. We'll learn a little bit about him as we do this. All right, so he is a rogue, now level 2. He gains abilities. Cunning actions are to hide and makes it better for him to pass. So these are bonus actions. So he gains all these things. He had these skills, I think, at level 1, if we had checked. But now he gets to use these as bonus actions. So if he moves or does an attack and then can move away, disengage, and then with a bonus action hide, that gives him a little more versatility as a thief. But there you go. Oh, you picked up on certain traits that he looks like, Nightmare? I guess maybe we'll find out down the road if that's the case. Very perceptive, Nightmare. Very perceptive. Let's see. I don't think there's anything here. Why don't we continue up the path we were following? Oh, and the one thing I want to check before we go, let's just make sure. Okay, so he does have a ranged weapon. It's a short bow, and he has a dagger, as any proper rogue should. However, the dagger does, in fact, let's click on him so when I hover over weapons, it'll compare to the dagger. He can use a short sword, which does more damage than the dagger. Or, no, he is not proficient with the scimitars. You can see that down at the bottom. It gives us the warning that he's not proficient with these weapons. He is proficient with a javelin. He could throw javelins, a hand axe. So really, I could give him, have him wield 2 daggers. That's one option. So he uses both his hands with daggers, because I have no shields to try and give him. Or I can just up his damage output 4 to 7, make it 4 to 9. And I think that's just what we're going to do for the time being. I mean, it's early game. Any extra little point that we can possibly output in damage is quite useful at this point in the game, I think. So we'll just do that. And then we'll get moving.
Go.
I think bless is a
My faith will guide me.
it's a temporary thing that she's able to do. The guidance that we get, I think it's guidance, or has she been? Have we been using bless from her? Where is? I don't know. What I think what she's been giving us on our die rolls to help us give us an extra 1d4 is the guidance, and that just is a temporary spell. It lasts 10 turns, so that's why we lost that connection over a certain amount of time. If it's in battle, it's actually 10 turns. If it's right now where we're not in battle, it's just after a certain amount of time has passed, and that's why we lose it. And that's why you saw me. It just gives me a little notice that we lost it because it's a temporary spell that we took to help our dice, to help our roll.
Still breathing, despite everything. There.
Yeah, and a lot of good it's done this far. Yeah, well, when you're as sucky as I am at opening locks or headbutting. Okay, we got something right here. And this guy looks like he's still
Approach
moving.
the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
No. I shouldn't be feeling compassion right now. This isn't right. Step away. Give in to the emotion and feel compassionate. No. Actually, I should be furious with this guy.
Yes, you feel hate. And you deserve to be punished
Oh, no.
for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Oh, so we can... I don't think I further want to do any concentrating in this guy. Let's take advantage of this lapse and break free.
The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
And, you know, I'm usually a kind-hearted soul. No, I have the oath of vengeance. Let's take it back. I took the vengeance oath. And this is not a good guy. We're going to close those eyes forever. That's why I chose vengeance, so I can do things like this at these kinds of moments. I think it's totally appropriate that we do this. All right. Does he have anything on his person?
Death is too good for it.
Yes, death is too good for it. And what do we get? We get a void bulb. So if we throw this alien bulb at a target and possibly pull in nearby objects and creatures. So it's like a suction thing. Oh, this, the type situation where we want to do this, if we have enemies in an area, of course if we're near that void bulb we might get sucked in too, but if we kind of have some spread out enemies and we want to get them closer, this is the tool to do it. And then if we have somebody who can cast an area spell, this is a tool we can use to get them close enough to be able to cast an area spell and hit more of the enemy than we otherwise might have been able to. So that can be a handy little item to have in our inventory. And is there anything else around? No, just this guy. Let's just double check over in this direction. I think we kind of battled the mind flayers over here, but I can't quite recall, and I want to double check to make sure we aren't missing anything over here before we move on. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. Oh no, I take that back. There's a dead mind flayer here.
What's hiding here?
And mind flayers seem to have... Yeah, there, another void bulb, and we got a potion of healing, so let's take it. And I think back over here now is where, yeah, there's the intellect devourers. So I think we've cleaned out the ship as much as we're going to clean out a ship. And let's see if we can get out of here. There's a path up here. Is there a path back here by us? Yeah, there's a path over here too. Yeah,
There's goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
I just noticed them myself, and Shadowheart made sure I did not miss them. So let's go over there and... Yeah, we started out, so let's the one person I have not checked for healing potions is Asterion. And I have 7, 3, 2. So actually I'm gonna make sure the minimum people have at this point in the game, because we don't have that many to spread around. But I'm gonna come in here and let's split this. And we'll give Asterion one more. You know, I'm the main character. If I die, it's over, right? So I'm gonna keep the most. There, I have 6 to their 3. I like those ratios. Okay, let's go check out the dead goblins over here. Thank you, Tom, for that little reminder. So we got some more camp supplies here. And we'll pick up the bows and the bones. Because right now, like I said, I kind of collect everything because we need to build up cash. So when we actually get to a regular vendor, we might have an opportunity. There's another potion to healing. So we might have another opportunity to Now I lost my train of thought. Can you tell? I had to look. So we can't go that way because, well, unless we jump over it, because it's covered. The fire is blocking that direction. So let's just turn around. We don't need to exert. Oh, and we got another symbol over here for quick travel. So let's go check it out. As we zoom in, this one's looking a little different than the last one we saw.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable somehow.
Well, as the party leader, I think it's my job to touch it. We had to touch the last one to get it to activate.
You approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
We're gonna go ahead. I already said I'm gonna touch it, because we gotta activate it so we can quick travel here if necessary. Ouch.
A hand? Anyone?
Anyone? Who are you? Well, you know, this character is named Zigzag, and I have, you know, he said, give me a hand. Normally I'd stand there and I'd applaud. But since applauding is not an action here, we're going to slap his hand.
Ow! Perhaps I should have clarified? A helping hand? Anyone?
You know, my intelligence isn't the strongest, remember, of my starting stats, so I felt that was appropriate. Now our strength is +3. Let's see if we can't grab that hand. And let's see if we can try. Let's try some guidance here. And let's see if we can beat a 7. Can we go for our... And I really don't want to go for our third one, but let's go. Oh my goodness, we are not experts at rolling the dice. But we did it.
That's it! Go on! Keep pulling!
I went with a half-orc to give us some strengths. And there you saw our half-orc strength.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this.
I'm better at introductions. At not wasting the time of passing adventurers. No, we're gonna be nice. No need to apologize. Are you all right?
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
Yes, I was very observant. Yeah, and that's all. We'll make some conversation here.
Then I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
Yeah, you couldn't have phrased that more repellently, or I couldn't have phrased that more repellently myself. Unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
No, as a paladin, I can tend to basic wounds and ailments, but alien parasites, I'm afraid not.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
You know, it sounds like a plan, because since I can travel with a party of 4, you now make 4. How cleverly convenient that we now have a party of 4.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
I do indeed hope so. So we got some more level ups to go here, and I'll have to double check the sigil on our map. In fact, I could probably do that right now. Is it activated? Yeah, it looks like it's activated. Roadside Cliffs is an option, so I don't have to retouch it. I just kind of wanted to make sure. And let's go improve our new friend over here, Gale. Alright, so he's a wizard, and he specializes in evocation spells. Yeah, actually, I could switch. It looks like it does give me the option to switch the type of caster he is, but for the moment, we're going to stick with evocation, and let's go see what spells we have to pick. And there's some nice selection here. And what we'll have to look, we're apparently we're getting two more. We have 5. Either we have 2 more that'll bring it to 5, or we have 2 more that brings it to 7. And so after we pick, well, you know what? I'm just gonna pick a couple that I tend to often like, and then we'll see if we want to switch any up based on what he has already. So, one that I always pick, it doesn't always turn out to be the best. But this is one of the very few, unless they have protection against a specific protection against it. This one is 100% to hit. So sometimes you got to have that one shot out of everything we have to overcome those dice rolls that we have not been super proficient with. And so that's coloring my decision making right now. So we could do Burning Hands, and that's a range of 5 meters. We can do a Charm Person spell, and that can be cast up to 18 meters. We've got a Chromatic Orb, which does thunder damage. We have Color Spray, which will help blind characters. So especially useful on ranged characters. If they can't see you, it's pretty hard for them to shoot an arrow at you. We can disguise selves. We can do Expeditious Retreat, so if we need to get out of a battle because we're hurting or overmatched, this can help us do that. False Life, temporary hit points until long rest. We've got Featherfall. All of these can come in handy in lots of different situations. We got Shield, so when you're about to be hit by an enemy, increase your armor class. So this is a reaction spell, which can actually come in handy. By increasing your armor class by 5 right before you're about to take a hit, and we would take no damage from a magic missile. So someone who has this can be protected against one of our magic missiles. So for the time being, if we look at the other spells, I'm going to pick up Shield, and then let's look at the other spells that we have. So we could. Right now we have Grease, which we can spread out and hopefully make people slip. The other thing you can do with Grease is if you have a fire spell, you can cast fire onto it and then Grease will burn. So I notice some of those spells are not my subclass spells. Yeah, there's some generals. I don't know 5e Dungeon and Dragons rules as well as because I've mostly played older versions, so I can't tell you everything on what's totally accurate and where the game has made some exceptions to the official D&D rules. So I'm sorry, I'm a little lacking in that respect. But I think for the time being, fog can help blind, shield. Well, we already did that. And we did this. So yeah, I'm fine with the spells that we have right here right now. Lightning spell is good if we can wet the ground around somebody, and if they're in water, this deals extra damage. I know that for a fact. I know the grease we can light on fire. So I think we're just going to keep the spells that we have right now. And these can be changed. If we find out we're not using a spell as much as we thought we might, we can always change around and, make choices to use them. So the next thing we got to do is make sure he has some healing potions. And yes, we definitely want to. And you know what I'm going to do, just because he's a little squishier in the old hit point category, I'm going to give him a couple over to Gale. So Gale, you're the squishy guy. You get the benefit of an extra healing potion, and everybody else we should be okay. Now, as far as needing, I don't know that I've picked up any other ranged weapons. Oh well, guess what? A goblin bow will just have to do. Just so you have some ranged options, and we'll try to make it less of a gross weapon for you. Than having to use a goblin weapon, and we'll keep you with your staff there. And while we're at it, who wants to wear the fluffy hat? I'm thinking Asterion, we'll start you out with the artistic look over here. I think that's what we determined it was, right? Now, I don't think you'll see as we level up, and because spells can be changed at almost any time on the wizard over here. So if we find we need different weapons, so I don't think anything's going to prevent us from getting to level 2 or 3 spells. Tom, just to answer your question, it's not been my experience, because since the spells are interchangeable, on Gale, he can also learn additional spells, and I don't think we found one scroll that we could learn, although it's a level 2 scroll, and we have not unlocked level 2 spells yet. I think we get that at our next promotion. So I don't think having the wrong spells is going to it blocks us at all from getting up to level 2 or 3. Hopefully that answered your question. It's not quite as rigid as it could be. Now, maybe some of the other classes of wizard, maybe they are more rigid in their progression. I just don't have enough experience with all the characters to totally. Oh, the subclass. Well, if I could get next time we do a promotion, I'll show you. They specialize in different spells. You'll have different spells available to you. You'll have different cantrips. You'll have different. There are different specialties. And what I'll do is I'll take a chance. I'll take a couple minutes, Tom, when we go back in on our next promotion, or next time we just want to take a look at the class, and I'll try to remember to share that with us on our next promotion. And let me just take a look at our reactions. We want to have Divine Smite available as a reaction, and right now I want to make that where the game asks us, at least early on, so you can see when these reactions are taking place. And for sneak attack, that's available. And I'm gonna just mark them to pop up to ask us, so you can see when these things are happening. And as we get more used to it, we don't necessarily have to have the game stop and ask us, but it'll help you. We don't have the shield spell. It says the spell's not prepared. We're gonna have to take a look. I thought I had that spell prepared. Now we have mage armor. Oh, it's telling me shield spell is not prepared. So when I picked those two before, it did not pick. So So when I picked those 2 spells, it didn't... Oh, it just put them in my overall inventory, and I only have a 5 here at a time that I can potentially put in there. Between each long rest, I can only use 3 of these spells. It's kind of what these things are telling me. So I think I want to switch some of these out. While sleep can be good, I think we'll take out Thunderwave temporarily at the moment, just so I can have a 100% chance to hit early. Not a lot of early enemies. A ton of early enemies have defenses against a magic missile, so early game, it can be quite useful. And I'm not going to take out... I'm going to do... I think I'm going to do shield over that one, so we can see about our reaction. Then I can come back here in the reaction. We have it chosen. There we go. That's just the way I want it. I just want us to get a good sense of how these work. Yeah, there are some specialized skills and spells you get with the different subclasses that you won't get with other choices that you make. So that is definitely what the subclasses have to do about it. And yeah, you recognize that shape over here? I saw that once. I'm just gonna split the party up, and I saw that on the very I played the very beginning, this beach setting, several times, and I probably did it 4 or 5 times, and I never saw that out there before, and I now know it's there. So I'm going to take myself and jump out there to see if I can see what's in there. I don't even remember what's in there, if it's anything good, and I think, yeah, there's something else down here I want anyway. So let's see if I can move here. I can't get there, so it means I'm going to have to jump. Let's pick up the balsam. So it's amazing. You can go crazy searching everywhere, because sometimes you find stuff all over the place in really bizarre places. But obviously when the ship crashed, one of these cartilage... Oh, you know, that's a word that you don't say every day, so you have to think about it. Cartilaginous chests kind of got flung from the ship. Well, let's go see what this one has. Maybe it'll have some more poison in there for us. Oh no, this has a lot. It has an emerald ring. Okay, nothing magical there. An elixir of fire resistance, which I know we'll find a use for at some time or another. And we got another caustic bulb with a little acid. So yeah, that was worth my little side trip. Is there any other herbs or things out here? No. So let's just get back up with the rest of the party. I think I have to jump up to here, or move up to here, and then I can jump the rest of the way. And you'll notice when we're playing the game, Gale cannot jump as far as I can, because Gale does not excel in the strength category. So, you know, not everybody has the same abilities in this game too. So sometimes you can't jump together as a party unless maybe he has an extra leaping spell, that kind of a thing. Where do we want to go? Let's check this path here. We got all sorts of, when you look at the map here, you know, there's all sorts of different ways. We can go right, we can go left. Well, we came from the left. We're going to go straight back. And however, I think I want us to move as a team again.
Broken. Must have been here a while.
So an old net trap. Well, we are near fishermen, so they probably have an old net that they left laying around. Got a smashed cage over here. Okay, we have some folks in the back. Oh, guess what? Guess what? We have not guess what. I think I should say guess who we happen to find. Why don't we sneak up over here and see what's going on? Because she looks to be yeah, she seems to be in a trap of some sort. So let's sneak in and see if we can scope out what's going on first.
Have to keep going.
Yeah. Be quiet, guys.
You think it's dangerous?
Of course it's dangerous. One of them carved up Zoru's whole squad.
So let's leave it.
And let the goblins have it? No. We take it to the grove.
We're just gonna see how close we can sneak up, and if they see us, we'll see where the conversation leads. This is lae'zel, so we got to find a way to help her out. Whether we like her or not, ultimately, she was on the ship. She's one of us. We need to see what we can do for her, I kind of feel. I have a feeling someone's hiding will not be successful, yeah. So we might as well...
Zoru was
There we go.
yellow as a toad and twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
That sounds like lae'zel. So let's see. We can talk silently. These two choices look like we can just mind talk back to lae'zel. Rather demanding for a woman in your position. Why should I? Or don't worry, I'll get you out of here one way or another. Or we can talk to these and they're tieflings is what they are. These guys we're talking to that have trapped lae'zel. We can shoot down the trap. We must kill it before it harms somebody. Well, I don't know that I want to kill it. Meaning her. Or I can go with my paladin. And I don't have great charisma for the deception. So that's not necessarily the best way to go either. Your quarry looks dangerous, but I've handled worse. Leave it to me. Get to safety. So we're gonna try this seems like it would be the calm way out. The honorable way out. Let's see if we can get it to work with our measly rolls that we've been having. So we gotta roll a 10, and all we got is 1 to 4 to add to our number. So we need a high roll here, guys. We need a high roll if we want to rescue lae'zel without any potential other issues cropping up. And we did. Oh, I was so expecting a 1, 2, or 3 again. These dice have conditioned me to expect a low number.
He's right. Let's go. We need to check out that blast.
A blast?
You didn't hear it. Shook our camp good, so we came for a look.
Oh yeah, why don't we try this? I'm in dire need of healing. Where is this camp? I think the explosion he's talking about is the nautiloid crash that we came from. So yeah, we'll do this. Goodness, we've had more than our share. Let's hope that for the critical, really tough battles, we're saving up our high rolls is what we're doing. Let's hope.
Northwest. Look for Nettie. Whatever your wound, she can mend it.
All right.
And be careful. There are goblin traps everywhere.
Nymessa, come.
All right, so we managed to finagle ourselves
Gawking.
out of
Get
this
me
thing.
down.
For good or worse, we've got the opportunity to get her down now. Now that they're out of earshot, sure. I should have made her say please, but I'm not that teasingly cruel of a character, I don't think. So let's get over here and see how we can help her down.
You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.
Let's just wait till they're out of reach, like she said. Make sure they don't see We're not going to take care of her. Let's see if we can shoot her down. One more time.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
Okay. So... And what... Yeah, well, what exactly is a creche, to be quite honest? Yeah, a simple thank... Well, I don't think we're gonna be able to be successful in teaching her manners, by the way. So we'll bypass that as a waste of time. Yeah, just let's find out what a creche is before we try to find it.
It is many things. A hatchery, a training grounds, a shelter. Githyanki protocol is clear. When infected with a gay tadpole, we must report to Augustil for purification.
All right. Well, you seem to know a lot about this thing, and you seem very, very, very confident about this. I think we will travel together. However, you're probably going to have to go to camp because my party is full. So I have to decide right now if I want to. I think what we'll do is journey together.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
No, we'll talk about this at camp. We'll meet you there.
Very well, but heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zoru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
Now, I'm very surprised. Up in the corner, I don't know if you noticed, with that choice of or decision of conversation that I made, Gale approved that we didn't take her in our party. Shadowheart disapproved. And I could have sworn earlier on Shadowheart was not the fondest of lae'zel. So that I find that quite interesting that I got those reactions. Okay. We got a dragon egg mushroom down there. And there's just a short bow laying around, so let's pick it up. And speaking of short bows, Gale,
One would believe.
we're gonna come right. Okay, you're not the one that picked it up, so I need everybody. We're gonna get rid of that goblin bow. I don't think the short bow does any better as far as stats go. No, not at all. It just doesn't look like a freaking goblin bowl, and you're not a goblin, so there we go. All right, so let's continue looking around.
May it please, Mistra.
Damaged snare trap? No, we'll just continue on. So back down here is the ship.
But be careful.
Okay, we're hearing shouting, but I also see... Oh, I see a shovel. Let's go check this out first. Yeah, and then back down here is the crashed nautiloid. Let's pick up the shovel. Oh, it's Gale. I have Gale doing all this heavy lifting, and he's not the strong guy. And these mounds usually are not so obvious, but they can be found throughout the game. And usually you have to pass perception checks to be able to find these mounds and these hidden buried treasures throughout the map. Sometimes they have good stuff in there, sometimes they do not. Okay, we're hearing talking in the distance. I'm going to do one thing first before I head up the hill towards the sound of the commotions. And I know, just from having played the early map here, we have another quick travel sigil over here. And I'm going to come over here to activate it first. Oh, and we got some balsam. How about that?
What have we here?
Let's activate it. And we must be near the Emerald Grove and its environs, so we now have a quick travel to there. And while we're here, let's admire the view. I think it's a marvelous view, to be quite honest. I really, really do. Okay, let's go back to the sound of the commotion and see what we can discover over here. I think I will have myself lead the way.
I have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
Okay, with all this commotion, when I'm aware of situations, I do kind of like to sneak up when possible to kind of check things out before we commit. So let's kind of just, you know, we're on a promontory. Okay, we're starting to see some folks down below. And whenever the game does an automatic save, something important is coming up. So we're not... Oh, wait.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second! What's going on? Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now! You let goblins here? Where is the druid? Please! There's no time!
Looks like we walked into a battle.
By the nine hells! Open the gate! Cannon! No!
Oh, no. Yeah, I think I'd say something like that if that happened to me.
Damnable roach! Provoke the blade! And suffer its sting.
Alright, so there's a lot of initiative rolls that took place, and we, in general, are very low as far as the long line of activities here. So it looks like the Goblin Boss will be... Our Asterion, we're lucky, will be able to go first. The Goblin Boss goes next. Then we have a Goblin Tracker down here, 9 hit points. This guy has 27, so he's the boss. He's a little tougher. We got another Goblin Tracker at 9. Another Goblin Tracker at 9. Then we have the green... Then we have a string of good people. Then they have a Bugbear here at 35 hit points. Then we have Gale, then another Goblin Brawler at 11. So the weaker ones are 9 to 11 hit points. A Warg at 33, so there's about 3 tough ones so far. And then we got the good guys again till we get down to a Goblin Booyog. And those are the Goblin version of Spellcasters. So was there another Booyog, or is there only one? Well, probably, I'm going to guess the boss probably has some spell abilities, potentially. He's going to have some extra capabilities. So that's what we're faced with. And we got a couple of goblins right up here, too. Fortunately, we took the high ground, so hopefully we get... I think what we'll try to do is take the closest threats out of the way first, so that we can then come from the high ground to help this battle down below. So... what we need to do is get over here, and I would love to do it as a sneak attack, and we're gonna use it as use your melee weapon is what we're gonna try it with. So let's see if I can set up a sneak attack. You gotta have advantage, so we don't have advantage, so it's not guaranteeing me a sneak attack. So we're just going to have to do a regular melee attack is what it looks like. I wonder if I can gain advantage with a ranged attack. No. So standing out in the bright sun or even in the shadow of a tree, it's not tough. Well, you know what? If I could move somebody else and be standing next and therefore have him engaged, we'd have him distracted and therefore could probably. But what we're going to do is we're going to try taking this individual out because they would be raining down arrows from high ground, which would make them quite efficient and deadly. So let's see if we can get some hurt going here. I'm going to come in off to the side first and try to attack from this angle. I'll show you why, what I'm thinking to try. Oh, that was my attack because I pressed the ground and not the enemy? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. I misplayed that, which is typical for me. Let's see if we can... We're not that strong with Asterion, but let's see if we can push this thing off the cliff. And athletics failed. So we just kind of wasted our first turn here because of a misclick on my part, but we are all well versed with zigzags, misclicks.
I'll bleed every last one of you!
Now these guys have a big round of turns here, which is bad news. He hit there, and the person has Bane from that hit. And we just took hit Asterion, and we got a critical hit, so they got... Oh, man. You know, Asterion, if I had a misclick, maybe that could have turned out different. But we are all now rallied because of that horn, and I'm not sure exactly what rallied has done for us. For 5 turns, we're rallied. Okay, now I'm up. So let's just look at this rallied perk. Oh, we gain 8 temporary hit points while we're rallied. So Asterion all of a sudden isn't hurt quite as badly as he would be normally. So I think what we got to do is we kind of need to take care of what's ahead of us and see if we can't take these guys out. I think that's what we got to do. And I'm going to use my Warhammer. And of course, I missed. I can follow up, however, with another push and a shove, and I'm a little stronger. Let's see if my shove can work and we can make this individual take damage from the shove. And that can be a very fun maneuver when you're at higher elevations and you have deeper chasms around. I have a lot of fun with that move. Now this individual apparently did not suffer damage in that fall because I guess it wasn't considered high enough, but quite often if you got a high enough fall, they will take very hurtful damage sometimes. Okay, so we're just going to stand right there with us. Well, I guess I could move. I'm going to move. It's going to make me more of a target, but I'm going to come down here to hopefully be in range of this thing. Oh, you have a frozen frame. I'm sorry. Is anybody else having a lot of freezing going on? Let me know. I'm not getting my notice over here. Let me take a double look. I have not been getting the notice that I have a problem connection right now. So let me know if you see other freezings going on. I'm going to come down here and stand right next to this guy so in case he tries moving away. And when you have the bow guys, if you're standing right next to them, it's harder for them to usually hit you.
Very well.
And so that's going to be my turn. And now we're going to have some more moves before we get to Gale. Okay, thanks for the feedback, guys. And the big bugbear. Oh, and he missed. So they're missing too. So we aren't the only one that are showing that we're prone to misses. I think the one we're gonna have to hope they can hold their own down here because I got to work on the ones closest to us to free us up so we can get down there and help. And so, Gale, I'm gonna bring you right into the thick of things here to try and have some ability. In fact, I can probably not bring you into the thick of things. What is your... And yeah, you don't have anybody you'll be able to push. Let's just check here first. And let's get right into the magic. And we could see... Now this, I may just have all 3 projectiles go here. I could split the projectiles, as you can see. I could put 2 there and 1, but I want to make sure we kill one of them. I'm going to put all here. Oh, we only got 2, so he's hurting. He's hurting, but he's not dead yet. He's down to 3 hit points. And so, Gale, since you're the squishy one, I'll move you over here.
With haste.
But kind of keep you back a little bit. He missed. Now the warg. Okay, so we're getting some fair misses in return for some of our misses, so I'm not feeling so bad about everything. All right, now we have Shadowheart, and she has a ranged crossbow, which could prove helpful. She also has spells, and let me just see what her bonus spells are. Well, she could heal. So what I may do, I think I'm just going to have her do kind of a standard move here. Come to the edge. And then we'll see if we can shoot the crossbow maybe down there.
Heading there.
Hopefully we have a height advantage so we have a decent chance to hit. There's a better height advantage, but he's the one that's almost dead. He's the one we have a better chance to actually kill if we hit. And of course, we miss. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take your healing word. We're going to help out Asterion over here, recover from my misclick.
Take your healing.
And he feels a little better. That saves our consumables a little bit.
By sickle and sword.
Okay, we got a spell coming our way. So you'll notice we just had a grease spell worked on us. So, and look, it looks like I slipped on the grease, and it looks like Shadowheart slipped on the grease. So that's gonna hurt on our maneuverability right now. And there's gonna be no sneaking around here. But what I am going to try with you is don't move around too much, Asterion. Let's see if you can hit and kill this guy. And we cannot do anything properly right now. And if I try to move down here closer, I'm gonna try to move down here closer, but I may slip on the way and become useless. But we're gonna hope you have some dexterity that will keep you standing, perhaps.
This way.
We saved on the grease. We did not. We had a chance to slide and slip, but we did not. So I'm going to take your flourish bonus action and try to finish this guy this way. And I could use my sneak attack on this one. It's allowing me because technically I'm laying on the ground next to him, distracting him. But I think I have to use it to try, because I think we only got him down to 1 with that attack, so I'm going to use the sneak attack bonus, and he's dead. So if I didn't have that pop-up there, you wouldn't know what was going on and why it worked, why it didn't work. That's why I have the pop-ups going right at the beginning. It also helps me get more familiar with the routine and the actions of this game too. So that's why I have it on. And I don't know that you can really move anymore, so we're just going to move you as close as I can because it's harder to hit for a ranged guy when he's right next to us. I'm going to follow that philosophy. Oh, that was a hard, bad hit. And he missed, just as I predicted. Oh, finally, we're getting some of them hitting. A critical miss. Oh, man. Even, and okay, I am standing once again. Let's see if I can do something. And I'm going to come right down here, get up close to this guy. I don't think... Oh, I think that blue? I don't think there's any grease down here, is there? There's blood. I don't know that you can slip on blood, but I'm going to come down here for a Warhammer try. Yeah, I want to not do the main hand attack. Let's take it off and just move. And then from here, I want to attack you. And we can take him out. I can try a bigger, harder hit where we do concussive, where he potentially has a potential to be dazed after we hit him. And here we have a chance to knock him prone. And so I'm going to go with the prone attack. So maybe, well, he just moved too. I'll have somebody else that can. So I'm going to save my special attacks and just swing the Warhammer. And yes, we can hit. I'm going to use a Divine Smite, to be quite honest. It uses one of my... Well, he's down to 3. I just want to get... We need to start eliminating enemies. I'm going to use one of my Divine Smites. And you saw all the damage numbers pop up. That's a powerful hit. And this goblin is no more. And I'm going to keep moving. I'm going to move down if it lets me. I have not quite enough movement, but we're going to get as close to the action as we can for next turn. And do I have anything else I need to do or can do? Nope. Oh, so our camera kind of... Uh-oh. We don't need these non-player characters to be dropping left and right on us. That would be nice if they don't all die. So who is next? That is you, Gale. And who's coming up next? This is Goblin Brawler. And where is he? Oh, it's this guy right here. They kind of highlight a little when you hover on them. So this guy is the next that's going to make an attack. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm thinking I'm probably out of range for an arrow. Yeah, it's only 30% plus I'm in grease, so that doesn't help my shot. So the one option I have that's sure to hit, and we got to do how much damage? 3. So I'm going to do and use another magic missile spell. I'm going to send 2 of them here, because that should hopefully guarantee that we kill them. And then the next one to attack is the Warg, and I'm going to put the last one down here to help in this battle. This guy's got 2 tough ones up against him, a Bugbear and a Warg. We did better damage that time with our magic missile, and we took this thing out. So that's 1 less attack there. Gale, you are not injured. I don't think there's really anything else for us to do. Except I'm going to try to move you forward. You might slip. No, we'll keep you right there. You seem to have some range available. Why take a chance and have you slip? Okay, we missed. We got lucky there. And now we got Shadowheart on our side. And who's coming up next is we got the Goblin Spellcaster. Where is this guy? Oh, he's over here fighting with Will, who has good health. We're going to lose some of our bonus hit points soon. I'm going to see if you're close enough for a guiding bolt. How much damage? This guy only has 6. I doubt we're in... Yeah, we're not in range that way. So that therefore we might not be in range for like a guiding bolt. No. So it looks like we're just going to have to use, and I don't want you to move that much because we're standing on the grease. We're just going to see if we can take out this Goblin Booyag sitting right down here. And use a little spell action here. Oh, that worked quite well, making up for all the misses that we were having. I'm thrilled with that result. Shadowheart, is there anything else we need to have you do? You only have 1 spell slot left. And nope, nobody's hurting enough where I need to heal them. At least in our team. So we're going to just keep you there and end your turn so you don't slip and fall. Okay, that guy's down. Alright. So it's now our turn with Asterion. Let's see who you're able to see. I think you're safe moving if we try to get you a little closer. I think I'm going to keep you up here and just shoot your arrow. And just keep you in this position. Because, yeah, you have height advantage, so we have a decent chance to hit. And we need to start hurting this bugbear, bringing down his hit points. So let's see if he's engaged, if we can do a sneak attack. We're going to give it a go. Not so. And, you know, we're kind of standing out in the open. If I press the shift key... Well, no, but we're not really in anybody's line of sight, so let's see if we can just hide for our upcoming action. That could come in handy. And we'll just stay right there. Ooh, that guy hurt us. And now he put out Reckless War Cry, which has got to be some kind of buff to them. He healed himself, that's good. We finally got damage on the bugbear. And now it's my turn. Can I reach the bugbear? Not really. Can I... I'm gonna leap with my bonus action. And then I think I'll be able to reach him. Oh, yes, I must say, I do believe I'll be able to reach him. Now, we only have 18 hit points, and I could stand right in the middle, so if any of these guys tried moving away, I think I'm going to come here and try for a swat on the bugbear. Well, it looks like he's already engaged, so if I just come up behind him, maybe I'll get some advantage or bonus on my weapon attack right here. Good hit. He's down to 9 now. That was a fabulous hit. Okay, they were able to heal themselves. That's good. And it missed. Okay, Gale. Another thing you would be able to do is lower the enemy count with one of your spells while we work on taking them out. Or I can do a Witch Bolt. But you only have one. Let's see, are you in range to put somebody asleep? Who is the one that can probably do the most hurt to us? The Ward? Because their hit points are low enough. With this spell, they have to be... We can sleep up to 24 hit points worth of enemies. So to be quite honest, I could sleep this thing and this thing. Not this thing right now. So I'm going to see about taking 2 enemies out of here. Sleep that. And sleep that, and see if we can help out the little team down there. Now, once somebody attacks them, they're going to wake back up. Because, you know, it's hard to be sleeping through a stabbing, you know, a weapon bludgeoning or stabbing you. But, you know, he's helped with a little crowd control he has. And I'm going to take a chance now while so many enemies are down to move through some of this grease to get a little closer. Whoa, and I had a feeling Gale would slip. Okay, he sent a heal over there, which is good. And it's now my turn with Shadowheart. She still has 1 spell left. She also has one of her cantrips left. These are... I can't run out. I don't have spell slot. These are like the free usage spells. And right now, double movement. Okay, I would have to reach her right now. I would have to move across the grease. That's why it's giving me disadvantage roll. It's going to be very, very hard for me to hit. So I'm going to see... Is there some advantage I can give? Or maybe, oh, Bane only works at 9 meters. Do I have I picked up Bless? And I was going to say I could maybe then give advantage to some of us. This says 18 meters. Can I reach with this spell? Yes. And it gives me a better chance. So we're going to try this spell. And we hit. And once again, I've not had luck moving around across that grease, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can jump out of it and still stay at a higher level. There we go. And thanks, Nightmare. We were thinking the same. We were able to... Oh, and we got a critical hit? Okay, so what happened? He's awake now, but we got a critical hit on it because when they're sleeping, they're obviously easier to hit. So we did a lot of damage on the warg, even though he's now up and moving once again. Now I'm going to see if I can get some kind of an advantage. Which one is coming up next? This guy. So I'm going to see if I can get a nice sneak attack over here. 88% chance. Let's see. We need to do some more damage on this guy. And we hit. And you have cantrips. Oh, the firebolt. And what can we do here? I'm going to try hiding us again. So we can get a better chance to hit maybe next time from being hidden.
See me?
Oh, and he was able to do like double hits. He pushed. So I've taken... Oh, he was hitting at me, but he obviously missed. I don't have any damage. Okay. So it's my turn. And we have people here that I can try hitting. And the bugbear... Looks like I can take the bugbear down. And the bugbear's coming up pretty quick in the sequence. So I think I'm putting my efforts on the bugbear. I have a better chance to hit here. And of course, we missed. Now this guy's standing next to him. What I'm going to try to do is push the bugbear away, and he may get if we're lucky, he gets a reaction shot on the bugbear as I push him away. If we're lucky, it'll work like this. And there was no reaction. I was hoping. Yeah, I was hoping. Okay, the warg is down. All right, Gale, you're back up. And we're just going to use... You don't have any more spells, so we're going to try a cantrip. And who's up next is this guy. And we hit for 3. That was just about minimum damage, but we hit. I'll take it. And the bugbear's down. So there's not too many of these guys left. We need to just get it done right now. Shadowheart, how close can you get? I think this is the only guy left. You're not really having a good chance to hit from where we are. If I go up one more level here, I'm not in the grease. Will I get a better advantage to hit? Yeah, it went up. We're going to try. I do have the high ground here. And we missed. Oh, he healed? So now we're down to Astarion, and we're going to try another, if we can, sneak attack. Okay, I don't think this is going to turn into a sneak attack. We'll find out. There's a decent chance to hit at 65, and we missed. I think I'm just going to, since it's the last guy, I'm just going to take our movements to get in closer so we can all hit with swords, knives, daggers, whatever we can, and surround the guy. Okay, he missed me, and he hit me on the follow-through shot, or attempt. And this guy's proving difficult to hit for all of us. And we finally got him.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
Woo!
Good.
It's done. It's good.
But what were the grubby little beasts after? This place doesn't look like much.
You gotta love some of the comments. You gotta love them. So let's go check some of the corpses that are laying around, see what we can find before we see about going in the gates. Okay, so we got some more rogue's morsel, piece of gold. That's a rich goblin that has a piece of gold, I'll tell you that. And some of these guys are show in red. Usually when you highlight what's out there and you see them in red, it means it's like a theft. You don't want to take from them. But, you know, the goblins are all dead. Nobody's going to notice that I'm taking from... Okay, now it's not... It changed. Do you see how that changed over time? They're dead. Nobody cares if we take anything from them. Now, he's got a book, which is actually worth 14 gold. At some point, maybe when I start... Maybe what we'll do when I start these live streams is... if we're in camp or we have a book handy, I'll read the book for the first 5 minutes, waiting for people to join so we can finally get through those. Unless you all give me enough comments saying, hey, read some of the books, give us some flavor text. They aren't necessarily critical to the game. A bullywug trumpet. That's an ingredient that we can use. See what the bugbears carry. So I don't think anybody, as far as the quote-unquote good guys, were lost. We fortunately saw these guys that were down here healing themselves. So this was a mighty successful defense. I've had individuals die before in this battle. But more often than not, I think they survive. I think just because they have that oh, gloves of power. Oh, this totally sounds like an Asterian pair of gloves. It improves a sleight of hand. So let's pick this up and immediately put those over there on him. Because he is our guy. He is our thief kind of a guy. And that's right away. That will benefit him. So he's gained more sleight of hand. So if we're trying to... whatever we want to do with him, let's just say that's going to help his sleight of hand, which can come in handy with breaking into locked chests, and it even comes in handy for that too. Yeah, well, it actually went very, very well. I've had, you know, in my tinkering around, this is the one area pretty much that you get to early on. There's a couple areas you usually dabble in early on. And I'm familiar with these two areas. When we get past that, there's another city, there's a little town, and there's a goblin camp. I only have some experience in those areas poking around, so I haven't played a ton. So we're still in my zone of comfort where I kind of know what to expect, and eventually we'll get out of my zone of comfort, and I'll have to play like any of you would as a new game. And we'll be surprised, and I'll have absolutely no idea of what's around the next corner. We'll look at the weapons closer later, but there, let's continue picking up our loot and get in the gates where it's safe. So we picked up a warg fang. Looks like it's an ingredient, so we're picking up some nice ingredients here for our crafting of potions, potentially, and whatnot. So that's just blood. It looks like we pretty much... I think we've cleared the battlefield of loot. You know, our reward... Oh, well, wait, I forgot about these two guys up here. Always taking the loot from the downed corpses is one's reward in battles in this game. Well, isn't it in any game? We try to do that whenever the enemies in Phoenix Point drop their loot. So, I mean, it's the same deal. Common mechanic for games. Okay, it looks like did we get this guy? Yes, we did. So it looks like we got everybody. Now, this guy just got turned to ash. I mean, he's all white. I don't know. I guess he got burned and he's just a pile of ashes almost. That's why he's all grayed out. I don't know. So let's see if they let everybody else in. Shall we go find out if we are welcome to go in? And we're probably going to have to... I'll tell you what we're going to do right away before we go in. Is we're going to use one of our short rests.
Hatched up.
And it heals up to half our hit points, and nobody was hurt that badly. So we're back in action. You'll notice, however, spell-wise... we need a long rest
Wits and blades always sharp
to be recovering those.
Trust no one.
But since I know that we're going to be going into, all we have are cantrips, our basic spells that are reusable and not limited by spell slots. So we do still have some minor, not great spells, but we're going into an area where we should be okay, and we'll put off a long rest for the time being.
How much farther can I go?
I don't know. Are you feeling too tired, Zigzag? Do you need a rest? Okay, so we are granted access. And this is the Emerald Grove. Okay, there's some folks up here we can try. You know what I'm going to do? Let's look at our character sheets real quick. And you notice in the background up in the right corner, you sometimes see so-and-so approves, so-and-so disapproves. It kind of slowly over time moves this approval meter of everybody in our party. And, obviously if you have high approval, you have good, the better the approval, the better relationship you have with that particular character. If it goes down low enough, they might leave the party, that kind of thing. But I want to come over here and I want to take a look at these. So if I'm having conversations with folks, my charisma is not great because I chose as a paladin to lower my charisma for better or worse and add it to wisdom because I want to cross-class a certain way. We can argue whether that's the right way to do it, but it's what I want to try. And so in conversation, I can intimidate and persuade, okay, because I get a little buff. I have good wisdom. I have good insight in I'm just trying to figure out in this particular party who might be conversationally the best. Gale has good persuasion. And who has the best charisma? That's the next thing to check. Charisma. Where's the charisma scores? Where am I not looking? Oh, there it is. His charisma is 12, so it gives him a +1 bonus. Charisma here is 0 change bonus, +1 bonus by Shadowheart, and my charisma gives me a plus. So I'm just as good as anybody right now to lead and go into a conversation talking. So we'll just keep it that way. That's kind of what I wanted to check, because if I had somebody that was noticeably better, it might be in my best interest at times to lead with that character in conversations to hopefully come up with a better result or a desired result.
Time to press ahead.
There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
All right, we got a ton of choices here. As a paladin, I can say I've seen much bloodier battles than this. Consider yourselves lucky. Or I can say you can cough up my payment anytime now, if I was playing a character without scruples, or just money hungry. Druid, these goblins didn't take any prisoners. And then, because we aren't aware of this druid they're talking about. One fight just ended, and now you're picking another? Relax. And where there's one goblin, there's 10. I'm leaving before the horde shows up. Nah. They're talking about a druid, and we saw no prisoners taken, so I'm going to go with that choice.
We lost him back at the ruins. Whole place is crawling with gobos.
He trusted you.
Nobody forced him to go with us. He insisted. And when things got tough, he couldn't keep up. Simple as that.
My God, you're a coward.
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
Ooh, my wisdom paid off there. He's about to blow. What are our options here? Take a swing at the tiefling? To aim a blow at the human? Or try a little persuasion? I do have a little +2 to persuasion. And let's at least give it a go. Or just stand back and watch. It's not my business. Stand back and watch. No, I'm gonna do the paladin thing, which I think would be to persuade. Try a little persuasion here to calm things down. Except with our persuasion, we have to get a high roll, and we are not adept at getting high rolls today. So we're gonna give it a go anyway. We can, if we're lucky, incoming one. Oh my goodness, if we're lucky, we could get a +6 and make life easy, but more than likely we're only guaranteed a +3, so we want to see a 12 or above to guarantee that we will pass. Oh, I don't think we're gonna do it. Nope. I'm not very persuasive today.
Should have done that a long time ago. Arrogant prick had it out for me from day one. No one leaves my people out cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is what I saw. You put him in a bind showing up like that. He tried to open the gate. It's not like he left him out in the cold. He tried to open the gate. The guy opening the gate just happened to get a few arrows in him, and that prevented that from happening.
Too little, too late.
Okay.
He was right, though. Coming back to this hellhole was a mistake no amount of gold can put right. I'd rather face another round of goblins than stay in this pit.
All right. So we know the attitude we're dealing with there, I guess. Can we kind of throw some water on this guy and wake him up now? That's the first time I've had this outcome, so... Okay, good. We were able to revive him.
Regression. A cheap shot. I should have expected that.
Okay, so let's, well, the Phantom Doctrine's been a lot of fun too, Mike, so I don't blame you for doing that. You just kind of forgot about this one, eh? Good to see you, by the way. So that's the first time I've had Zevlor in my little tinkering around to get knocked out, so it's kind of fun to know that different things can happen on multiple playthroughs, so even in a part where I quote-unquote know the story, so it's kind of cool. So, are you all right? Aridin ran off. You had that coming. Oh, no, he did not have that coming. It is better than further bloodshed, but I think I'm going to ask her if he's all right.
I'll survive a sore jaw, particularly if it's rid the grove of Aridin. Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
And it does look like that guy ran away towards the front gate, so he's gone. And when he doesn't run off, just so you know, he's inside the grove and we have a chance to talk to him some more. So it doesn't look like I'm going to have that option this time, is to have any words with the guy. So this is turning out a little bit different than I'm going to be used to. So that's kind of cool, and I like it. So I have no quarrel with druids. I'm more curious, why are the druids forcing you out? Or have there been many attacks like that? Let's just go direct to it. Why are they forcing you out?
There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to find out, Mike. We don't have to say for anyone just in case they're playing on their own. But you have the ability to get something from that guy that ran away that I guess you could say is helpful. But now we won't be able to get it. But oh well, I don't. It's nothing that would stop the story. It's just interesting that the game has multiple ways to continue the story. So this ritual, is there no way to convince the druids to stop it?
I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though? I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, we've got our own problems, but, you know, I'm kind of that good guy. So we'll see what we can do. We got to go talk to a healer anyway.
Really? We're messengers now.
We owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now,
Really?
we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
All right. So there you go. So we 7 turns remaining on guidance. So Tom, if you're still around, you can see even in real time, this thing is now 6 turns left. So the timer just works a little faster when you're not in battle, but these timed abilities or spells do wear off. And there's always a chance, there's always, if it's the right situation, to put yourself in turn-based mode to help make these spells last longer. Or if you knew you were getting into a fight and you wanted to cast a spell before you got into the fight, you could go into turn-based mode, cast a spell, and then it would last however, 9 more turns if it's a 10-turn kind of a spell. Let's just check in here, and then I'm going to go to the path on the left. All right, we got some potatoes. It's starting to make me get hungry. And we got some more clothes. Like I said, I'm just picking everything up early on because, well, I need as much money as I can get early on. And I'll sell anything. Oh, I love Asterian's voice. I think it's amazing. He has some great, hilarious comments that he provides for us. There's a lot of things I do like about this game. Okay, there's the guy that was killed over here. So what is this little camp up here? I don't see anything. I noticed that when we were panning over things, they're all red. Yeah. So technically, you don't want to take things that are red because if anybody sees you, it'll be considered stealing. But, there's another shovel, but we have one. Now, if I check, these guys can't see up here anyway. I'm going to at least look at the stuff up here. And if I see something too tempting, I'm going to have Asterian do the look. Because, I personally wouldn't do it. But nothing says Asterian wouldn't peek around in here while we're walking by. Right? What do we have here? Oh, Cannon's, he's the dead guy. Let's peek into his belonging and see if he has anything interesting. He's not going to be needing them anymore anyway, right? A hill giant finger. Yeah. A Pegasus feather. Yeah, these are great ingredients. Nobody's looking. Let's hurry up and just do that. And since we're collecting musical instruments, let's take the flute too. And since we're have a chance that we'll get hungry, let's take the red apple. And I'm thinking, let's stay more true to form. Asterian, we'll let you have your little fun, but, remember, we're mostly good guys. I guess I've already blown that already. Now, if we had been caught, I wonder if that would have broken my vows. I actually have no clue, but I think that was worth the risk, because nobody else was near us right now, and we got some stuff that may come in handy. Yeah, that's what we're going to find out. We're going to talk to these folks over here next.
These boots have seen everything.
Wasn't there a third person? I thought there was this person standing here, and then there was yet another third person I saw over here at one point. No, people are moving around. Yeah, I'm not going to loot his body right now.
Have some respect. This really isn't the time to talk.
Well, Nightmare, I think that answers your question. Maybe the other one's more talkative. Rika?
Not now.
No. They're still distraught. Maybe we'll see them later and we can see if they have anything to say. Does this one have anything to say? He's not hovering over the body.
Come on, Rika. Glad you made it inside. Doubt we'll be safe here for long, though. There'll be more coming. Goblins hunting packs.
You could hold off a horde of goblins from this position. I know, it's a really strong position up high, and why not take your chances on the road? Just, yeah, I'm gonna go with, yeah, because to me it's like, this looks like a very commanding position.
Maybe, but we're not fighters. If they broke through, it'd be a massacre. The sooner we leave for Baldur's Gate, the better.
And yeah, how far away are we from Baldur's Gate?
If the road was clear, 10 days walk maybe. But while the goblins are out there, it might as well be the other side of the world.
All right. So is there anything else around here? I'm not gonna pick his body clean. We're not that kind of a character. So let's just check. Now we can climb back down here. So we'll just check out this side of the opening, and then we'll delve deeper into this druid camp, or druid grove, druid forest, whatever. And I'm checking, I keep pressing the alt button, seeing if anything will pop up, any cool ingredients. A lot of times where you find the ingredients, I find, is in these, you know, rural little areas. You'll find the different little herbs growing around, and that's kind of the only reason I'm checking around over here. I take that back. I know there's something around the corner up here. You tried now. You tried to be the good guy. We're trying to be the good guys here to see if we can console them. That would have made... consoling would have probably pleased Gale for sure. It definitely would not have pleased Asterion. And then, it's a coin toss with Shadowheart sometimes. Okay. So you can see a bugbear assassin over here. I think what we need to do is get moving forward, and let's sneak up the hill.
Time to skulk about. What path
Let's see if we can surprise this assassin. Okay, well, guess what? Apparently we surprised him, although not all of us are showing as active, but let's see, we're in battle here. Yeah, I'm the only one that's close enough. He hadn't seen everybody else, so I can also get everybody else active. So, before I end my turn, I'm going to get everybody else moved up and active so we can do as much damage to this bugbear assassin. Who knows why he's interested in a lone tiefling with a telescope. But I guess we'll find out soon enough. Now, can I reach the guy? No, but I can... It means I'm going to give it up. Okay, yeah, I can reach him because I don't have any good follow-up attacks anyway. Let's just do our leap now. And now I'll be able to close in and take a swing with my Warhammer. Now if he is able to hit me, he can hurt. He might even have the ability to take us down, but at least we surprise him so all of us can take first shots on him, and that's what I'm hoping will pay off for us. Now I'm going to definitely try one of my special swings. We're going to see. Inflict weak grip, hindering his attacks. Yeah, he's, you know, it does less damage, but he can hurt if he attacks. The other things we can try is to daze him. And then bludgeoning. Oh, we can try to knock him prone with doing overall less damage, but if he's prone, it'll give other folks a chance following up. So I'm gonna go with this one. We will do less overall damage, but if we knock him down, it'll give better chances for others to hit him. So I'm gonna try this, and we knocked him down. Woohoo! Now let's get some other folks involved here.
My favorite.
And I'm thinking, let's bring you over here. Fortunately, it's not like line of sight problems if I'm standing in the way. And let's make sure we're hitting him and not me. So we have an advantage because he's down and prone. And that's good. we're going to just keep that up. Now at Asterion, it's your turn. And we'll see if that lets you do the sneak attack. Oh, baby. Good chance to hit. And we got him down to 14. You hit tremendously here. And Gale, we'd like to get you involved too. Come out of your hiding place. And we can do 2 to 7 that way. We'll try the cantrip firebolt. Since he's laying on the ground, we should have a good chance to hit it. I know you're squishy and all. Now I'm just going to keep you right there. And he's very weakened now. And because he's down, look at that. Oh, I never ended anybody's turn. So as soon as we end our turns, and I don't think I have any follow-up we can do, so we'll just end it. What's this symbol? It is not this character's turn. Well, yeah, we're... Click to jump to the character whose turn it is. Okay. Oh, there we go. Somehow I must have clicked on the bugbear. So let's just end our turns. Oh, good. She's running away. That's good. Smart girl. Asterion, what do you have left to do? Nothing.
Go for the throat.
Or that was Shadowheart. Asterion, I don't think you have... You could flourish, but I don't think you're close enough. Oh, yes, you are. You just might get lucky enough to do enough damage here. And we got a critical hit, and I'm going to follow up with a sneak attack. And the bugbear's down. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Well, you know, I think somebody needs some talking to as far as what's going on. Let's see what he's carrying. So we got 2 more bottles of basic poison. His Morning Star, we'll see if that's an upgrade for, or if she's even able to be proficient with it for Shadowheart, maybe. It's no better than my current Warhammer.
I'm done. I can't wait
And
to
let's go
sleep.
see what's going on over here.
You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square.
Soul coin? So, coin, mistress, you lost me. Or yeah, I've been to Avernus on the ship, the Nautiloid, but I'm no devil's servant. That bugbear would have crushed your skull. This is the thanks I get? You got me. Hand the coin. No, I wouldn't do the deception. I'm going to just follow the path I follow is far more noble. If you possess a devil's artifact, you should leave it in my charge.
I'm going to be chased all over Faerun for this damn coin, aren't I? Fine. Take it as a grudging payment for the rescue.
Oh, good.
Now leave me in peace.
Now, what exactly is this coin?
It's a soul wrapped up in a terrible iron package. Don't ask whose, because I don't know. I hope it brings you better luck than it has me.
Well, we could use luck. It can't change our luck with all the ones we've been rolling. It can't make it worse. Oh, I have Asterion chosen.
The telescope.
Ah. We see a dragon. So I'm going to focus the telescope on a distant object and see if we can see what it is. We'll even give you some guidance. We made it. We made it. Yeah, all it did was focus on... It didn't show us anything special. Anything further than what we knew.
you see a dragon circling like a bird of prey, hunting.
Not something I would care to run into. Now, we can look some more through the telescope. It really doesn't show us that much more. It shows us the crash site where we landed, and then another group of buildings that don't look like they're in good shape. So we're just going to leave it at this point. And what I'm going to do is this. I think what we'll do is cut it here because we've kind of hit that 2-hour time limit, and I don't want to run too long right now. Besides, I need to go take a evening walk today, so I'm not always sitting here behind the computer. So I think this is a good point for us to cut the episode here, and we will delve further into the Emerald Grove here next time. We've supposedly inside the walls of a protected druid grove. We've run into an assassin. We've had individuals within the grove not showing their displeasure with each other. So we may not all be safe here, roaming around inside here, but we'll find that out next time. I hope you enjoyed it today. We're able to see a fair amount of new and lots of different things in today's episode, and we'll continue to learn more about this game as we move forward. And yeah, well, you know, just for you, Mike, I didn't release another standalone video today, so you would have the time to catch up on whatever it is you would like to catch up on. So there, I did it just for you. That's what I'm saying. All right, guys, this is Zigzag Zog signing off from somewhere in this world. You know, like we all don't know where that is these days. Thanks for watching. Do hope to see y'all next time. Thanks so much. I appreciate y'all coming in, making all great comments, good observations. You guys are on target with what you're observing, what you're seeing, and what you're asking of me, and the questions you're asking, and I appreciate it all. So thanks so much. We'll see you next time.